And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at Chronicles of Crime, the Millennium Series 2400. Now, Chronicles of Crime is one of my favorite games. In Chronicles of Crime, you are playing through, you are looking at clues, you're using an app, and it's just a very fun detective game. The original Chronicles of Crime came with some expansions. I believe there was 2 or 3 expansions for the original one. But this is part of a new series called the Millennium Series, where it takes place in various periods of time. I've already taken a look at the past. There was 1400, there was 1900, and now 2400, 500 years apart each. In the future, there's going to be one that ties all 3 of them together, but right now there's this one. Now, you do not need to own anything else to get this. You can just get Chronicles of Crime. The app is free, and download the app, and you just need this box here. However, that being said, as I talk about this game here, I'm going to assume you already know how to play Chronicles of Crime. If you don't, go watch my review of Chronicles of Crime, or we've done playthroughs on our channel. It's a fantastic game. In this video, I'm basically just going to be talking about the differences in this one. So let me show you a little bit of what the game looks like, and then we'll be back. So no spoilers here. I just want to show you that when you open the Chronicles of Crime app, you can go to 2400, and in here you have the tutorial, the Underworld Rhapsody, and then you can just play one of these games. And so I don't want to resume the last game because I finished it. And then this tutorial walks you through just like everything else. And I'm going to kind of skip over a little bit of this. And it's just like, at the beginning at least, it's just like every other Chronicles of Crime, except it has kind of a, you can hear the sound effects and such. There's a lot of futuristic sound effects to it. So when you're playing Chronicles of Crime, so I'm assuming you're watching this, obviously you know how to play the game. This is the main board that you use for this one. So there's a few things that are different in this game. So first of all, you have your detective that you are. You're Kalia Lavelle, and you were falsely accused or something or other. So now you're by yourself, just trying to, you're a gumshoe detective, but in the future. So you have a raven with you, and a raven is essentially a computer. It flies around with you, and when you want to know about something, you scan the raven first, scan it, and the raven might give you information on that. You have a cast of characters in here. Now, in this game, before I show you the characters, all the locations are futuristic. You're going to see some futuristic stuff, but sometimes you're going to be jacked up on the net, and that's what these yellow backgrounds are. There's a few of these that you can go into. You can go into these from anywhere usually, although some situations it's dangerous. You might not be able to actually go into some of these into the internet. So as you go in there and talk to things, you'll correspond with avatars, and you'll talk to stuff like this. So you can see this, and this person might be the same as this person, but you don't always know that, and you have to figure it out. So you're going to be going around, and really the cast of characters that they have in this game is really colorful. Sometimes I have a hard time remembering who is who in these games, but here the people and the robots and the androids are very, very different. And now speaking of that, that brings us to this here. So your main character here, you have your different cards. You have your people cards, you have the special clue cards and the clue cards, but you also have these upgrade cards and enhancements, and you'll be able to, in different scenarios, get various enhancements that you will be putting on your character. Now, you can use these enhancements to do different things, and I'm not going to tell you what they all do, but I'll give you a couple of ideas. So, for example, you might have a zapper that lets you zap somebody. It might disable a robot. It might irritate someone to force them to give you information. You have another one that will change the way you look at things. When you do the look at the rooms, it might give you more information than you normally see. And then you have one where you can scan somebody, and then later on when you talk to someone, you can project the hologram so that they think they're talking to this person rather than talking to you. So you're not going to use all these enhancements in each of the scenarios. It depends on what the scenario allows you to do, but you have that opportunity. So other than that, it's very similar to Chronicles of Crime. Let's go to final thoughts. All right, so there you go. The very, very fun version of Chronicles of Crime. I'm just going to say it. This is my favorite version of Chronicles of Crime. I like Chronicles of Crime. I like the current version. My favorite version of Chronicles of Crime was Noir. This was, I think, the first expansion of Chronicles of Crime because it changed things up. When you talk to suspects, you could bribe them, you could intimidate them if possible. This has that very same feel. The different things that you can put on your character and use those is really cool. I like the idea of being able to add the thing that enhances my smell, and now when I look at a scene, I can see different things. The storyline for this is a little, I don't know that it feels that particular, at least the storylines I played through didn't feel that particular unique. I mean, we're talking, you've seen futuristic movies from Minority Report to Judge Dredd to whatever. There's little bits and pieces of that here. It's a very harsh future, brightly colored and also just dirty and filthy behind the scenes type thing. But I like it. It's really interesting. I like running across androids. I like talking to people and trying to figure out if this avatar on the net is the same as this character here. And I do like that this after you play the tutorial, the next 3 scenarios are all in the same storyline. And that's fun, and you even follow your own storyline to some degree. So I really enjoyed this one. It feels more open than the rest. It's really extremely thematic. It's just incredibly good. The only reason I wouldn't give this a perfect score is because there are a few times where I didn't know what to do next, and I can tell you this without spoiling the story. If you're not sure what to do next, go back to different crime scenes and really thoroughly look around, because that's where we got held up every single time. Other than that, though, it's so interesting talking to different people. As if you've never played Chronicles of Crime, the dynamic stuff, you might go to one location and talk to characters and go back later on. Those characters aren't there. Your character might end up dying on you, and you're like, oh, I've lost this witness. Man, this one is the best of this Millennium series by far. Each thing in the Millennium series has offered something different, whether it's a escape room style thing or from the 1900s or from the 1400s, or you saw visions of the future. Forget visions and escape room. I want upgrades that I can use. And that just makes the game, it just opens it up to so many possibilities. Really fantastic. I was already biased to like this, I think, because it was the future. I was like, this one better be good, because this felt different and fun and unique. And yeah, it comes through for me. So a lot of fun. If you've never played Chronicles of Crime before, and you're watching this anyway, then this is not a bad one to start with, honestly. You don't need to play the other ones to play this one. It's great. I still might start with the normal Chronicles of Crime. But if you like, Blade Runner and that detective story stuff in the future, then you're really going to enjoy this one. So that's Chronicles of Crime 2400. It's fantastic. Dice Tower Judgment, excellent.